It's 2020.
No slowing down.
And Chris Nikic is training for one of the most grueling endurance races in the world.
Keep this pace up, right like this.
An Ironman triathlon. A 2.4-mile swim, a 112-mile bike ride, and a full 26.2-mile marathon.
This is your day. It's gonna be a personal best today, okay?
Oh, personal best, huh?
Personal best today.
All right, here we go. It's game time. Let's go.
What if Chris could do something that's never been done? What an impact that would have on his life and others like him around the world. What if we just do an Ironman? He says, okay, what's that? I said, well, it's just a little longer than a sprint. And he said, okay, let's do it, Dad.
One more time. Down, up.
The idea is met with doubters and skeptics. When Chris's coach, Dan Grebe, seeks some help from a fellow coach to create a training plan for Chris, he refuses to help.
Coach says, no, I'm not designing a plan. I said, why not? He said, he can't handle the ocean swim. It's too dangerous. And then he's gonna fail. And then I said, do me a favor, let me just answer this question for me. I said, if Chris was a 20-year-old without Down syndrome, would you design a plan for him? He says, I would. I said, okay. I need you to give my kid the same chance you would give anybody else.
All the way, all the way. Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, all the way.
I'm so proud of you, baby. That was the best ever. How you feel, baby?
I need you.
You need me? Okay. When you have a child with Down syndrome, you don't fit in. They don't get invited to parties. They don't get invited to anything. Everything you do is a challenge. It's a fight. Other fathers don't get to experience that. You have to battle everything in order to just get them to be included. That's his whole year plan. Every day he stands up there and writes down what he achieved for the day.
The goal is Ironman in November 7. We have to get 1% better every day.
The 1% better concept is a way to track progress a little bit at a time, not to overwhelm anybody, not to make it too big a deal.
He's not making huge gains, but he's building small levels of foundation that over time become so strong that they overwhelm, and that when he completes his Ironman, he can complete anything. His dreams become possible.
For every competitor, an Ironman begins the same way. An early rise and a final chance to reflect on the challenge ahead.
You are Ironman ready. Nobody gets in the way of Chris Nikic's dreams. The time limit is 17 hours, and we had one goal, which is to finish on time.
Chris works his way through the rough surf off Florida's Gulf Coast, getting out of the water on pace to break the 17-hour mark.
All right, Chris, looking good, buddy!
But on the bike comes trouble.
Is there any bothering your feet?
Chris, take your shoe off.
First, he steps on a hill of fire ants during a nutrition stop.
What's the matter?
Then, he loses control of his bike and crashes on a downhill stretch.
I'm thinking, oh my God, this cannot be the end of this race. This is not how this story ends.
Chris gets back on his bike, but with more than 30 minutes of delays. He's now behind the pace to finish within the 17-hour deadline.
Now it's just a run.
As he enters the 26.2-mile run.
This is going to be the best run of your life. You sure? Yeah. At the end of this run are your dreams. He was keeping a pretty good pace up until about mile 10. At mile 10, he had slowed down to almost a crawl.
Chris, got it, man. Let's get speed.
As darkness falls, Chris is struggling. His race partners call in his dad, Nick.
Come on, let's keep walking. How's my boy? I know it hurts, but you're not. You're ready. Let's go. Come on.
At first, I wanted to stop. Instead, I kept pushing through. I knew that my dream was coming.
The pain doesn't go away.
It's blisters.
Okay, it's okay. Those are fake pain.
Fake pain.
It's real.
But with every step, he knows he's getting that much closer to the finish line.
You're going home, Chris. You're going to be an Ironman.
As we finished, I said, Chris, this is your moment. Go have it.
Chris Nikic,
And we heard those famous words.
you are an Ironman.
When I saw him coming towards the finish line, I started first thinking about other parents and their little kids with Down syndrome can now look at Chris and say, our child can accomplish something.
So many moms contact me saying that he's been such an inspiration, that their kids, look at Chris as a role model.
You could call it the power of perseverance. How realizing your own dream can show the entire world what's possible.
As a parent of a child with Down syndrome, Chris finishing that race, it just gave me so much hope. He's someone that Rocco can look up to. Rocco knows when someone has Down syndrome. He knows, like, Chris is like me.
So when I take care of babies in the nursery, parents obviously want to know, what's my child's life going to be like? Having been there with Chris and having seen what he did reminds me that when I have those conversations with families with Down syndrome, that I have to remind myself to tell them that you may be surprised at what might be possible.
On March 4th, 1991, I stepped on a landmine in Basra, Iraq. I was airlifted to several different field hospitals where they performed surgeries to save my life. Chris and I are a lot alike in that we both face adversity, physical challenges, limitations, and we just keep putting one foot in front of the other. He has got grit, determination, he is driven. So Chris Nikic, big hero of mine.
Okay, now you got it. Go! Without Chris and following his journey, Rocco would not be on a bike right now. He says, I can do that. Chris has definitely inspired myself, my son Rocco, and I know all the people within the community are inspired by him. Chris is a world changer.